Moving to LA to be a musician is expensive, competitive, and often unfair, but it's not impossible. If you're serious about making the leap, here's exactly what I wish someone had told me before I did it. This video is just an overview. Some of these topics may get their own in-depth videos later. If you think I left something out or you have your own tips for starting a music career in LA, drop them in the comments below. Most musicians don't get one big break. A few do. Maybe they join a major touring act right out of music school and are lucky enough to stay with that artist for decades. But that's rare. For most of us, it's a long string of small, medium, and large breaks. A good gig here, a session there, a record deal, a tour, slowly building relationships that keep you working. If I could go back, here's how I'd prepare before even setting foot in LA. First, I'd live rent-free with friends or family for as long as possible and save at least a full year's rent. In 2025, you can live here on a cheap with a roommate for around $1,100 a month or on your own for around $1,800. On top of that, plan for at least another $1,200 a month for basics like food, gas, car insurance, health insurance, and your phone bill. That means a year of expenses can easily hit $30,000. If you're living at home and working full-time at $15 an hour, you could save that $30K in about a year and a half, all while practicing every day, posting your playing online, and building connections before you even arrive. That's not time wasted. That's your launch pad. It means when you get here, you can spend your first year completely focused on music instead of scrambling for survival jobs that steal 80% of your time. And trust me, day jobs will cost you. I had 2 in my first 5 years here that took up way too much of my time and energy and kept me away from networking, rehearsals, and recording. Most auditions and rehearsals happen during regular daytime working hours. So if you're stuck at a day job, you'll miss many of the best opportunities. While you're saving, put your playing online. Post at least a couple of high-quality examples on social media. Build a baseline of experience. Play in bands, book gigs, record at professional studios, teach lessons to local kids. That baseline experience will help you hit the ground running. During your first months in LA, the phone isn't going to ring. Go to as many live shows and jam sessions as you can, introduce yourself to other players, and let people know you're new in town and available. When you book paid gigs, do your homework, nail the parts, and be easy to work with. That's how you build a reputation. And just a heads up, there are more professional musicians with trust funds than you probably realize. It's the easiest shortcut to going pro, because you can live comfortably while you're practicing and networking all day long without worrying about how you're going to pay the bills. Learn to sing harmony. Backing vocals are a big advantage. Your voice doesn't have to be amazing, just accurate enough to hit the right notes while you play. That one skill can make you 5 times more hireable. Gear-wise, have 1 or 2 classic high-quality instruments, the kind that always sound good. You don't need a ton of gear, but you do need instruments that sound great in most situations. Tone and vibe are just as important as how well you play your parts. Get at least a basic ability to record yourself as well, so you can take remote work. For guitar, bass, and vocals, that's relatively easy. For drums, it's harder, but still worth setting up something functional. Transportation. You need a reliable car. Consider a hybrid, low gas costs, no range anxiety, and you'll be driving a lot, including out-of-town gigs in places like Santa Barbara, Long Beach, San Diego, etc. Now let's talk payment. When you get here, charge for your time, always. As of July 25, LA's minimum wage is about $18 an hour, and that's a fair, defensible rate. Never work for free. If someone can't pay you minimum wage, chances are they're not going anywhere, and your time is better spent practicing or doing a paid gig. Watch out for exposure gigs. They usually don't pay, and they almost never pay off. For teaching, unless you have a prestigious music degree, you should not be charging more than minimum wage when you're starting out. Overcharging just because you might be able to get away with it is unethical. If you can do music full-time, set a goal of practicing 2 to 3 hours a day. No more than that is needed as long as it's focused and well-structured. Before you move, while working to save money, aim for 1 to 2 hours a day. And finally, Be prepared to both get gigs and lose gigs based on your age, your image, your race, and your gender. There's no HR department in the music business. So hiring discrimination is actually common. I've seen plenty of musicians below pro level land great gigs because of how they look or how they present themselves. In a big venue through a huge PA system, the audience usually cannot tell if you're an A+ or a C+ player. Your image, unfortunately, matters. Build it before you get here. LA is not the only city where you can make it, but it's one of the few where you can work across every corner of the industry. Touring, sessions, TV, film, and live gigs all in one place. It will test your patience, your resilience, and your commitment to the craft. But if you show up prepared financially, musically, and personally, you can stack those small, medium, and big breaks into a real career. Thanks for watching. I'm Blake Paulson. See you next time.